Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to a new video. We got a lot of things to discuss, one of them being the Redbubble Rocket Tagger update, along with some other things, so buckle up, let's go ahead and get started. So just to go ahead and start off, obviously, the Redbubble Rocket Tagger tool is updated. Now, it might not seem like a crazy update in the beginning, but it's actually a pretty good update because, hey, it's a topic of conversation. If you guys know, the Redbubble Rocket Tagger tool is a tool that helps you find tags, specifically when you have an idea for a certain design. So let's say I'm going to create a competitor design to the design that we're seeing here. Now, you guys know I'm no stranger to creating paintings and putting them on Redbubble. After all, I created a few tutorials showing people how to create regular photographs, turn them into paintings, and make money by selling them on Redbubble, right? Well, let's say I want to create a competitor design. I might just go over here and type in something similar to whatever's titled here. So like abstract Highland cow art print. And let's just copy and paste this and let's see what comes up. There might not be much that comes up because it is a long tail keyword, but we can see here a whole bunch of different designs. Now, there's a lot of things that we could do here. We could study a larger group of, more results. So instead of, abstract Highland cow, we can just type in literally abstract cow. And that will be the art prints, and there's over 4,000 of them. We can remove the art prints section and just perform a search of abstract cow. And obviously there's some things that don't belong and don't fit, but then there's other things that do fit and do look good. So there's different ways that we can essentially tap into different markets. Since the tool was updated, I'm going to go ahead and run a little bit of a quick tutorial to show you guys what that update actually is and how I would use it, and more importantly, what's the effectiveness of it. So you guys know that the Redbubble Rocket tool, like I said, Rocket Tagger tool, allows you to grab tags from a wide variety of different niches, different categories, and things like that. In fact, if you could type in a word here on Redbubble, well, guess what? You can get the keywords for that specific niche. A lot of the times when we want to sell a product, we are aware of certain tags that we want to add, but we feel like we just haven't simply added enough. That's the best case scenario to begin using this Redbubble Rocket Tagger tool. Now, something that I do want to say is there are two main methods, two main strategies to use this tool. Now, those two main strategies and those two main scenarios, I share them in the Redbubble Tagger course. I created a course just for the Redbubble Rocket Tagger, and this is actually a brand new course. I've never released it before. I'll be releasing a video on this maybe later today or tomorrow, whatever, just as an introduction video, which is this video here. But this tool has a lot of power, but after using it over and over and over, I realized that, hey, there's more to this tool than meets the eye. So that's why I created a course on the tool to show people how I actually use it in an effective way other than just literally clicking a few buttons and getting tags, right? So what I could do is I could just type in the word, let's just use the word cow here, for example. And I could search the picture of any picture of cow, and I can go ahead and grab the tags. We all know how to do this, right? We go grab the tags, and what the software tool will do is amongst all the different results, within a matter of minutes to seconds, it will grab you a list of tags that are related. And you could see here, if we go to the grab tags, we have keywords like cow, cows, farm, country, animal, animals, milk, moo, pink, light, pastel, baby, cute animals, UFO, abduction, and probably UFO because you guys see something similar to this, how there's probably a lot of designs like this. We have cows, let's see here, mini animals, farm, just a whole bunch of literally different I'm a cow, cow lover, In-N-Out burger. These are all keywords or tags related to this specific niche. Now, once again, there are over 222,000 results. This tool will essentially go through all the data and figure out what is deemed the most relevant based on the set category chosen. Now, what do I mean by set category chosen? Well, here the category is the most relevant. Before the update, we couldn't do this, but now we can. We can check what keywords are the most relevant based on the section. Now, I actually talk about this in the course, that this doesn't have a huge effect on the keywords that we choose, but it's always nice to learn about what's selling the most. And more importantly, if we see a kind of similarity between different categories, that probably is an indication that, hey, this category or this keyword might be really beneficial. So just to show you guys what I'm talking about here, I switched from most relevant for the keyword cow to what's currently trending. So we can see what keywords are actually trending from behind the scenes. And when I say behind the scenes, I'm talking about from a sales and traffic standpoint, not just from a searched standpoint. See, Redbubble gives you a free search tool right here, the search bar, and whenever you type in a keyword, it will show this little almost like an arrow next to the letter that you type up, and it will show you what's trending for that keyword. But we can access loads and loads of keywords that are determined quote-unquote trending in any niche, not based on any letter or anything like that, just based on what we search. So when we select trending for the keyword cow, we have all these designs. Now what we could do is we could run the tool and see how those results kind of differ. So one of my biggest tips also when you use this is, excuse me, you want to have only one link of Redbubble open, because what it's going to do is it's going to go through all the data of all the different designs on all links. So I keep only one link open, and what I do is I open the tool and I hit grab tags. Now it could take anywhere from a few seconds to a few minutes. Right now, it took a few seconds, as you could see. Now you could see here with the keyword cow, oddly enough, one of the most trending keywords is the keyword manatee. Now you look over here, there's a design right here, manatee. Also, keyword sea cow. So there's some things that you want to keep in mind and some things you want to keep in, be aware of. Put it this way, if I was to create a cow design, something similar to this design here or this design, guys, I wouldn't use the keyword manatee. But the reason why these keywords come up is if you look here, this design holds a lot of weight in the trending category, right? And if we look here, the word sea cow shows up. So if the keyword cow never showed up in these tags, this design would never show up for what's trending. And the tool would have never picked up those keywords. But clearly, there are other designs with somewhat similarities. These are things we want to keep in mind of when we're creating designs. And like I said, certain ideas that I have, I put in the Redbubble Tagger course or the Rocket Tagger course. And this is separate, guys, from the Redbubble tagging course. I want to be clear here. The Redbubble tagging course is for anybody who maybe has zero or no experience with Redbubble tagging, with Redbubble SEO, and you just don't know how to bring in traffic to your store. You tried to upload certain designs, you tried, but you just can't bring any traffic, you can't bring any sales, right? That's what this course was for, to give you the fundamentals around those certain aspects, right? Like, for example, learn how to do SEO for Redbubble, learn what to look out for, learn how to add certain tags, learn what tags are better than others, learn the competition of tags, learn how to understand the drive and the results behind each tags. All these things matter, and that's a great place to start. But the course that I'm showing you now, the Tagger course, is a new course. It's completely separate. But more importantly, it's more ideal for somebody who's actually going to decide to use this Redbubble Rocket Tagger tool for their tagging. In fact, the reason why I titled this at first a mini course is because the subject at hand is mini, meaning it's more specific. It's more for a certain group of people. But the content in the course is by no means mini. It's over actually almost 2 hours of content right now. And before we update to the new price of $39.99 versus $29.99, we're going to be adding even more content. So you guys know how it works. With all the courses that we release, we put a discounted price in the beginning, and we add as much content as we can. Once the content's added for the first few updates, it could be the first 4 updates, 5 updates, 3 updates, then we increase the price. We do that with pretty much every single course we've had. And speaking of updates on the Redbubble tagging course, the POD design course, and the Zazzle tagging course are all going to be coming up with more updates very, very soon. So I figured I'd just put that out there. We're always adding more content to these courses because once you pay for the course, a one-time payment fee, you get access to a membership forever. There's no monthly fee that you have to pay or anything crazy like that. So really what the course is, if anybody's interested in joining, it is simply just a not a software tutorial video, but it is a guide on how to get the best handle on the software tool, right, for Redbubble, right? Certain things that you want to be aware of and certain things that you don't want to utilize for the platform. Now, with that being said, inside the course, and I have a separate video on this, but inside the course, there's two main methods as to how I use the Redbubble tagger tool. Now, I'm not trying to keep this all about the course, but when it comes down to using this tool, I'm not going to just literally scrape for keywords or scrape what the best tags are and then all of a sudden take them and put them in my link. At certain circumstances, that doesn't necessarily make sense. So there are certain things you want to look out for. That's what the course is on. There's two main methods in the course to show you how to do that and show you what I look for and things like that. But once again, this is only for people that end up wanting to use the tagger tool. Now, if you want to use the tagger tool, the tool is $7.99. I am an affiliate of this company. Now, they've had this price of this tool from $9.99 to $12.99 down to $7.99. So the price is all over the place. But if you want to test it out, go ahead and check it out. $7.99. I'll leave the affiliate link in the description. They have a little, stuff going on to explain what it does. But basically, what the tool does, and I'll kind of explain how I've been using this and what it really does is, it will, when you perform a search for a certain keyword, it could be anything. It could be this keyword, for example, rooster teeth. What it will do is it will analyze all the different designs and all the different keywords. And based on that data, it will look at all the different designs and say, there are certain keywords that are deemed relevant to the category, right? Whether trending, newest, best-selling, most relevant. And there are certain keywords that aren't. If you notice, if I hit search on any of these, like if I hit grab tags, let's say here for this keyword on the most relevant section, you can see here it's going to grab a list of keywords. Now, it might take a little bit of time, but you can see here grab the list of keywords. From its assertion, from its scraping, from its scanning through each and every design, in the same way Redbubble studies every single keyword in every design, it's doing the same thing. And what it does is it studies all these different tags and it nominates specific tags to be deemed the most optimal for the keyword that you specifically searched. Now, that's kind of some of the concepts that we talk about in the course where we refer to a lead. I call this a lead. Any main idea that you're going to be utilizing to be searching for, that's what's referred to as lead text, lead titles, whatever you want to call it. Even Google has this. When you have that quote-unquote lead, that's going to be the main concept of your work, right? If it's the concept of a blog, your lead is going to be your title, right? If we're talking about the whole entire blog post. If we're talking about a section of the blog post, we're going to be talking about the headline of that specific section or excerpt or whatever you want to call it. So there are different leads for different reasons, but when you have a lead on Redbubble, that lead should correlate to the title of your product. When you perform that specific search and you come up with certain keywords, what the machine is telling you is that, okay, this list of keywords, right, is deemed most fit for that specific keyword. Now, like I said, in not all scenarios do you want to just copy and paste blindly, right? It's very few scenarios where you actually do that, and we go ahead and talk about that in the course. But like I said, that's what this tool does. The new update to the tool that really makes things a little bit different is that now, instead of just grabbing the most relevant keywords in the most relevant section, we can grab most relevant keywords in the trending section, in the best-selling section, in the newest section, which is really, really effective if you're trying to look for a very specific condition of keyword. So, for example, if I was to create a design like a tiger painting, right? right? Tiger painting. And I was to look at all these other tiger paintings. The first thing I can see is, what are the most relevant designs? If somebody was to search for the keyword tiger painting on Redbubble, like a normal consumer, first of all, I want you to call your attention and see how it only says the word tiger here. But regardless, when somebody is to search for all these things, right, and the filter is added of painting, certain designs come up. These designs have certain characteristics in the quote-unquote most relevant section. Well, I can perform a search, right, and I can click grab tags, and I can see what tags are nominated to be the very best in that category. If I wanted to rank for that specific keyword, tiger painting, I would look at these keywords and say, okay, I can use these keywords to fit them in my art. And there will be a good chance, because the machine does the work for you, to use those keywords and get ranked. But here's the thing. You don't want to use all the keywords. You have to be logical as to what keywords you use. And like I said, I'll leave that for the course because I'm not going to talk about that here. Now, in that case, in that scenario, we only did a scrape for the most relevant. We can do a scrape for other scenarios and other segments as well. If we find that whatever's deemed to be most relevant, maybe we're looking for something extra, maybe for the best-selling designs, what keywords, that the software determines, that might be a great way to look at these things too. So I can look at the very most best-selling designs. Now, I'm going to throw a little pro tip out here, but the pro tip is that not all designs that are in the best-selling category necessarily relate to what's being sold. I'll give you an example. This fourth design here, called World of Sharks, probably has the keyword tiger somewhere in the tags. But you would say, well, how is that possible? Why would they have it somewhere in the tags? Well, first thing, without even clicking on the design, we know that it has the keyword tiger somewhere in the tags because it's ranked for the keyword tiger. Like, that's logical. A design is not going to come up unless it has the keyword in its tags. That's first of all. Second of all, we know that it's ranking and it actually has some sales, but it's not related to the topic at hand. If somebody was to search for the keyword tiger, it doesn't really, relate to tigers. It's pictures of sharks. So when you do your search, if any keywords happen to pop up related to this, we want to negate them, right? We want to essentially extrude them from our mindset because we don't want to deal with those keywords because it's not really related to the goal. And the goal is to create a tiger design or a tiger painting and sell it. So what we could do is we can scrape it. And that's, like I said, a little pro tip, but more of those in the course that I'll leave the link in the description. But this tool is pretty epic because I can see all the different keywords in the best-selling category, right? I can check that, but I could do the same thing for what's newest, right? Now, in my opinion, guys, it'd be very, very rare where I check what's the newest, because let's be honest, with newest designs, Redbubble doesn't really give them any respect in the marketplace. Redbubble doesn't rank them really high right away, especially when you have a really, really concentrated market like the keyword tiger. So newest for me is not something I would go after, but it is a possibility. You can scrape and see what people are doing with their keywords. Maybe it can spark up a new idea, right? We can also see what's trending. Now, the cool thing about what's trending is what's getting most attention here and now. So we can see that as well. Maybe there are certain keywords that we're not getting access to, or vice versa, we can get access to early and beat the competition through this little trending section here on a keyword search. And we could find specific tags that maybe our competition, which is the rest of Redbubble, that doesn't really know about yet. And the even reason why I even go to mention this is because if you guys look at this section here, when you type in a keyword on Redbubble, let's just say I type in the keyword tiger, right? Or before I even type in the keyword tiger, look what's trending, the keyword Richmond Tigers. Well, maybe I could find other trending keywords before they hit the trending section here through the search of this Redbubble Rocket Tagger tool through the trending section. So I could find and click grab tags here, and maybe there are certain tags, maybe there's certain words on the trending designs that are catching my attention, right? So I can look at them and wait, and maybe the keyword white tiger has something to do with it. Maybe the keyword Dreamscape is something that is quote unquote trending. Mind you, these are trending designs. These are actively trending designs. If they're trending, that means there has to be some value behind them. Now, they're not going to be in the best selling category because if the keyword tiger is it's packed with designs, there's so many designs in there, it'd be unrealistic for a design that really haven't had that many sales all of a sudden go trending, right? But if you notice here, this design, which is one of the most best-selling designs, is below on the trending section of other designs, which means these designs are on the climb. Now, I'll make future videos about this whole concept in the future, but you can see here, you can get access to keywords that are literally trending before they go trending, if that makes sense. When they're on the rise to search before everybody knows about them through this specific tool. And maybe those are going to be indicators of things that you could do. So something that I like to do is I like to create photographs and turn them into paintings. I've shown how I did that before. I actually use a tool from Bots and Apps, which is called the Unlimited Photo Tool, the Truly Unlimited Photo Tool, which is this tool right here. And I use that tool where I take photos that I know for sure that I'm protected for, and I turn them into paintings. When I turn those photos into paintings, a lot of the times when it's a painting, it's really, really flexible of what you can title it and things like that. I can look at the different keywords that are going to be used in the trending section, and I can add those keywords to maybe, hopefully, give myself a boost before they upload. For me, guys, this is breakthrough information, right? Because before, a lot of people, one of their biggest questions is, how do I get access to keywords before they go trending so that I can create my designs, and then when they actually do trend and they get all that attention and they're publicly seen and they're at the top, how can I essentially take advantage of that and get there before my competitors do? And this is a great way to do that because, like I said, what the machine is going to do is it's going to essentially siphon through all the different designs that are quote-unquote trending, right? In that order specifically, and it's going to find the most relevant keywords in the trending section. Now, this is just one section here, and we're actually going to include more data on this in the Redbubble Tagger course, the Rocket Tagger course. Now, I want to be clear, once again, the Rocket Tagger course is separate and different from the Redbubble Tag course. The Redbubble Tag course includes more than just tagging, right? It includes SEO, it includes titling, it includes tagging. It shows you how to get that traffic and how to start. The Rocket Tagger Redbubble course is a course specifically for the people that want to use the Rocket Tagger tool. It's not for everybody. This is not a tool that everybody would use. I would really say the intermediate, more advanced group of people is more ideal for. If I was to be a beginner and I've never started before, this is not an ideal tool that I would use for a beginner because really a beginner just has to learn through grit, through time, through persistence of what keywords actually matter as opposed to using a tool to find that work and do that work for you. So just to be clear, this is a tip. Even though I do have a course and I'm selling a course, I'm going to tell you guys the truth. If you're a beginner, don't get the tool. Learn how to do it yourself first. Okay? It's always good to learn how to do things yourself first before you get a tool, not to save money because really you're not really saving any money. It's $7.99, but more importantly, so that you can learn how to do it yourself. I've spoken about this before, but it's very, very important to learn how to do the hard work. If you're going to keep cheating all the way through and find shortcuts, it's never really going to work out for you. So once again, for the people who are intermediate and advanced, that's who I would recommend not only the course, but the tool for. If you're a complete beginner and you've never used a tool before and you don't know what you're doing, it's best to not take the shortcut and learn how do you come up with certain tags. Now, a good way to experiment if you're moving out of that beginner phase is go for a certain keyword, find tags yourself, write those tags down on a list or a piece of paper, and then run the software tool and then compare them to your list and see if there's some similarities there. And if there are similarities, that's a really good exercise to just go and show how much you're advancing, all right? So that's all I want to say now here for this video. I'll leave all the links in the description. I will create a separate video, guys, for this rocket tagger course. Once again, I called it a mini course, but it's really not mini by any means. It's going to be the same size as all the other courses out there. It's just that this course is very specific, and that's why I called it a mini course. It's very specific, and it's only for people who use specifically the rocket tagger tool. It's not for people who want to learn from scratch how to tag. We already have a course for that, and that course is an all-in-one bundle of SEO, tagging, and all those other categories, all right? So I'll talk to you guys later. All the links will be in the description. Peace out. Bye.